All right, hello everybody. Can give a little bit of talk on Mercury moving into Pisces and what this is going to mean for a lot of people, or hopefully. Um, First off, we're at the quarter phase. This is going to be for February 10th, the week of February the 10th. Um, First off, we've got the Uh, Sun's still in Aquarius, and we're at the first quarter of that new moon Aquarius lunation. We've got Mercury just moving into Pisces, where Mercury is at fall here. And what does that mean? Mercury doesn't do too well in Pisces, and it's not that it doesn't do too well. It's more of a abstract kind of thing. Um, uh, Mercury is both of its home signs, Gemini and Virgo, are very conscious signs, where Pisces is very subconscious, and where um, Virgo and Gemini are analytical. Um, Pisces is not analytical. Pisces is more emotional and subconscious. So Mercury, it's not that it doesn't do well here. It's just it's more right brain as opposed to left brain. Um, so what can you expect with Mercury in Pisces? One of the things I've always noticed is sleep. Dreams. Dreams seem to be more vivid and more memorable. The energy levels go down, communication levels go down. Um, this is a very tiring sign for Mercury. Mercury just went through hell, you know, conjuncting Jupiter here in Sagittarius and then running the gauntlet of Capricorn. And for a split, moment in time here, it was really happy in Aquarius, a really high intellect, spontaneous, a moving, forward thinking sign, and then right back into its fall position. So, and another thing is that I guess for roughly the next 60 days, Mercury is going to be in Pisces. That's it's in a retrograde. So not only is it in its fall position, the worst position for Mercury, it's going to be in a retrograde in Pisces this year. So uh, you know, sometimes with Mercury in Pisces, you can say things that you really did mean, but you didn't want to say. Kind of, a little bit speaking too much the truth, subconscious kind of thing, kind of a Tourette's kind of thing, kind of speaking without thinking. Another thing is this is a good alignment for creativity. Like I was talking about, like abstract thinking. Mercury in Pisces is very abstract. It's also very sensitive. Pisces is one of the most sensitive signs of the zodiac. So as opposed to a communication analytical, we're moving into a more emotional and subconscious kind of communication where the pathways of telepathy and empathy and sympathy and all those things kind of are highlighted. Uh, so we've got the next 60 days to deal with this crazy Mercury, and not only that, uh, it's going to go over Neptune, which is going to overpower it, and then it's also, bouncing around here at the end of Pisces where Chiron is. It does have support from Capricorn, but it is squaring Jupiter, and Jupiter is in Sagittarius, which is in detriment. So uh, is a detriment to um, Mercury. So this is going to be a pretty rough Mercury retrograde, in my opinion. Time is going to seem to slow down a little bit. Um, Communicating and all that stuff like that may not go as you're wanting it to go. But this is a great time for like I was saying, creativity, anything to do with get lost in the moment. Poetry, painting, reading, writing, very creative stuff, very right brain stuff, more feely as opposed to the left side linear. Um, so there's one thing we've got going on, and the second thing is the first quarter of this Aquarius lunation. We have, and I've been talking about this as well, is that Mars is finally lined up with Uranus, and now the Moon is illuminating it. And so we've got Uranus, Mars, and the Moon conjunct at the last degrees of Aries. So expect some big things to happen here in this next week. And they're squaring these nodes. So once again, Uranus being the centerpiece of this square of the nodes is jacked up with Mars and the Moon now. So, like I said, this could be a very interesting week. Uh, we've got Venus; she's up in the gauntlet now. Uh, so those Venusian energies of attraction and repulsion, of creativity and sensuality, are not in the best position. Um, it's not that she does real bad there, but Capricorn's not a very comfortable sign for Venus. Capricorn's all about the grind right now, and Venus is not a grind sign. Uh, so that right there is a little bit adding to the craziness of this Mercury in Pisces, and but yeah, this next week could be very interesting, especially on the world stage. Uh, we were talking about the last lunation, the big deal with the border wall and homeland security and all that stuff. And look here, you've got this huge lineup getting ready to kick off that square again. So don't be surprised to hear more stuff centered around the stuff that we've been talking about in the last lunation, starting January 5th, that Capricorn lunation. But yeah, we've still got the Sun in Aquarius, and it's elementally they are being supported with Jupiter here in his home sign. The Sun, like I said, is not real comfortable in Aquarius, but it is a Yang sign, and it's air. It's given some intellect, some logic, um, and with here's the scary part. Like I've been talking about this ignition here, and we're there. We've made it. So expect the unexpected. How lame is that? But whatever. This is what that means. Something unexpected is probably about ready to happen to everybody, depending on where this alignment is in your chart. Expect some unexpected events. How can you expect something that's unexpected? Well, you can't, but you can kind of be, it's just like you're on a road and it's foggy, and you can't predict, there would being a deer out in the middle of the road, but you can be precautious. The chances of, something happening bad, at least you're aware. So that's kind of like the vibration that's going on here with that, be aware this next week. And to take things in stride, be easy on yourself, try not to push too hard. This Aries energy wants to push, and it wants to force things to happen, and it's just not going to happen. You're not going to force it because it's been square in Capricorn here, and uh, it's got the support of Pisces and Neptune, and you just can't push nothing right now. Unfortunately, or Mars has not had a very fun journey through his own sign, which he's waited 2 years to get back to, but he's squared all the major players here where the real power's at. So he's been kind of the mitigated, the normal Martian energy has been very mitigated, and like I'm talking, causing a lot of frustration and things to not move as fast as we would like them to move. Just get prepared for the big slowdown when, as this weekend when Mercury moves into Pisces and everything kind of just goes right brained, more introverted. Um, Aquarius is a very outward. It has a sense of introversion within the group, but it's very positive, forward, outward going sign. Um, so, I mean, we all may be feeling this, wanting to, make things happen, big things to happen, uh, this, and this. But I just don't think it's going to work. I just don't think it's going to work right now. Right now, it's still about grind time and, setting things in motion for the rest of the year, building those paradigms, still continuing to release those patterns and stuff that aren't working anymore. And now with Mercury coming in there, it's going to open new doors and shed a new light on the things that need to be purged. And, especially as we get closer to that retrograde. But I just kind of wanted to get that out there, get people ready for this retrograde. I always try to get people ready for the Mercury retrograde. You get 3 of them a year, and I've got quite a few friends that are affected by Mercury quite powerfully. I know a lot of Virgo and Gemini rising, so I always like to keep them informed of um, the Mercury retrograde. But this one is a nasty one because it's in its fall position, and it's going to conjunct Neptune. It's going to square Jupiter, and anything to do with Pisces is sometimes I see stuff like overdose or getting too drunk driving, um, being drunk Facebook comments, stuff you say that you didn't mean to say, and you just kind of air it out there to the whole world, and you would just like want to crawl in a hole and die because you just wish you would have never done that. But been there, done that. That's all very Mercury and Pisces kind of stuff. I mean, it could be a creative block as well. With that retrograde, you may uh, have a desire to want to be real creative and stuff, but there be a block. I think that with that square to Jupiter, you may feel like, oh, I can't, figure out how to start, or you get started and you're just like, oh, this isn't what I was feeling, and for an artist that sucks. But anyway, it'll be a night for sleep is going to be important, and you may have sleep problems. Noticing that you're more draggy and tired and lethargic and uh, all that stuff. So watch your sleep. And there's another conflict, is Aquarius is just like never sleeps. So you get the sun in Aquarius. It's like, oh, I want to be up and I want to be active and I want to do things. I want to move forward. And then you got Pisces, like, I just want to go sleep. I just want to go sleep. I'm so tired. I'm just over it all. and ready to end it, end the day. I don't want to work overtime, blah, blah, blah. That's, very Piscean. Um, but anyway, uh, there's the first quarter of the lunation. Just a little quick talk right now. I'm in my PJs, nothing spectacular, just wanted to have a little talk and get ready for this weekend. Up until Sunday night, I think we'll be pretty positive, and then Sunday night into Mondays when things kind of get foggy and hazy and disillusioned, and kind of that when it kicks in, that Mercury and Pisces kicks in, and as we get closer to the Mars and the Moon moving toward that, expect something big on the world stage. That's all I can say. This is radical stuff right there. This is huge, huge radical stuff. And it's squaring all this. So, wow, I mean, that's huge. That's a monster alignment right there. So let's see what happens next week. Let me know if any of this resonates with anybody. Love you guys. Peace out.